students, welcome to Belay's Mathematics. In an examination, 30% students failed in English, 35% students failed in mathematics, and 27% of them failed in both the subjects. If 248 students passed in both the subjects, find the total number of students. Today's question has a mix of persons and absolute values, and we shall be moving back and forth from one to the other. So let's start. First, we assume the total number of students to be X. Now, we are given the following four things. First, of the total number of students, that is out of X, 248 students passed in both the subjects. This value is given as a number. Second, out of the total students, 27% students failed in both the subjects. This value is given as a percent. 30% of the total number of students failed in English. Now this means that students that failed in both the subjects, which is 27%, plus students that failed only in English, totals to 30%. Subtracting 27% from both sides, we get students failing only in English is equal to 3%. So out of X, 3% students failed only in English. This too is given as a percent. Finally, 35% of all the students failed in mathematics. Again, applying the logic that we applied in 3 above, we have the students failing only in mathematics as 8%. And therefore, out of X, 8% students failed only in mathematics. And this value is also given in the percent form. Thus, we have the following data. Out of X, 248 students passed in both the subjects, 27% students failed in both the subjects, 3% students failed only in English, and finally 8% students failed only in mathematics. And we have to find X, that is the total number of students. Then X is equal to students passing in both the subjects, which is a number, plus students failing in both the subjects, which is in the percent form, plus students failing only in English, again in the percent form, plus students failing only in mathematics, also a percent. Therefore, X equals to 248 plus 27% of X plus 3% of X plus 8% of X. Now adding together all the persons, we can write this as X equals to 248 plus 38% of X. This is the mix of percent and numbers that I mentioned in the beginning. To solve this, we subtract 38% of X from both sides. Thus, X minus 38% of X is equal to 248. And therefore 62% of X is equal to 248. So now the question is, if 62% of X is 248, what is X? We use formula to find the value of X. According to formula, X is equal to 100 multiplied by 248 divided by 62, which simplifies to 400. Therefore, X is equal to 400, which means there are totally 400 students. That's all for today. Now, this problem can also be solved using Venn diagrams, but that is a topic for another video. My next video connects persons to profit and loss using a very interesting example. Definitely worth a watch.